Okay guys, there's the grill. It's going in this area. Gotta clean up out here some, but it's okay. The chickens have been having a ball, but here we go. We got some tools. I'm gonna show you each and individual tool that I'll be using along the process. It's super windy out here. We're just gonna use that little area right there and assemble it. This area right here. And assemble it. It's on the cart right now. So we're gonna roll it out. Cut these straps. Get your nice utility knife on hand. The good sharp blade. You set the tripod up. Mount the camera. We're gonna open each individual box. Go through this one first to see all the contents in this one, then that one, and so forth. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna lay it out to complete this by myself, pretty much effortlessly. And this grill is super heavy, but I think I want to note the most important part is building it in the area or the vicinity it's going to be in, and this is the location. So I'll be moving the grill all throughout the yard, and I'll show you guys what I'm going to do for that reason while we're moving out through the yard. As the grass trying to go in, the chickens done dug a hole right there in the yard. I don't know what they're doing, but yeah. So yeah, we're going to be all throughout here, this part of the yard with the grill. So bear with me. It's kind of windy, so you'll hear some wind gust throughout the camera as I'm filming. So we're gonna throw the styrofoam away. We can just wait for this last side box charcoal, but we're just gonna take all the contents out. Got a trash can here. I'm gonna burn the boxes. Got me a little burn pile going back there already. See the chickens just came from over messing with me. They're all over everywhere. So that's all the contents. I do want to note there's threaded nuts made into the grill. So just pretty much just bolt on as you go. You don't have to worry about holding the nut in place, as you see there. In every angle, with the exception of the charcoal box. There may be some bolts there, but we're going to see. Here's the instructions. Also, I want to know I laid the larger components off to the side because they're not needed till like the very end, so we don't have to worry about that. But let's see if the hardware is inside of here. Let's take this box out. We don't need this yet, so we can close this back up. Instructing anything, guys, I like to lay everything out in front of me. Everything has the thermometer. This one for the side box, don't worry about that. There was a bolt loose in the box. Interesting, because all these are sealed. All these are sealed. So this was loose. We'll see if we need this towards the end. Yeah, I like to lay everything out like so, and that means we can make this installation so much easier, so much simple. Here's the instructions. We're gonna follow. We're gonna go step by step with the instructions. I'll make it easier for you guys. And one thing I'm gonna do that's optional. I'm gonna show how to do it with an impact wrench, or impact driver, or with standard tools. With just standard tools, I'll show those two things. One thing that I want to note, because I will be moving this grill around often throughout the yard as I barbecue. This is something that I recommend, but it's optional. You don't have to do this. This is a high temperature thread locker. Just put a dab on each fastener as I tighten them down, so I don't have to worry about having a wobbly grill like I've had in the past. Multiple wobbly grills, because I do move them around, but we're going to prevent that with this. This is optional. Give you guys a look at it. So without further ado, let's get started. I'll try to make this as quick as possible, but thorough and detailed. That's important to me. So if you want a short video, guys, I'm going to make it short as possible, but the details mean a lot to me. I want to show every fine step, even the unboxing. That's how I do all my videos. So I got these in the event I need them. Some knee support, just in case I'm on my knees out here working by myself. I'm totally do all this entire assembly by myself and try to make it simple so you can do it as well. So let's get started. before we get started, guys, I'm gonna go over the manual. See, it's, of course, it's in English, but it also come like separate. It's pretty much the same thing as this, as the English version. I think this covers. Let's see. Oh, this is the English version. So this is the Spanish version. They come in 2 different languages. So, kind of give you guys, so you can register here with QR code. This is what I'll be doing. I'll be scanning it to register it. Assembly instructions, super straightforward. Look at the diagram, show you guys how easy this is. I mean, everything is laid out directly in front of you. Very simple, grammar schoolish instructions, which is amazing because like it's super simple. And when I say grammar schoolish, that means it's a great thing for these to be so, for Char-Griller to make this grill so easy to install or assemble. Some things are intimidating, and they made sure that they labeled everything. They didn't want to add no intimidating factor for you purchasing their product. I mean, everything is numbered and labeled, and they even add they show instructions on how to start it, seasoning the grill. There's recipes in here, and also accessories. And they left the pages intentionally blank so you can maybe mark something down on it. But page 1, make sure you get all the pieces that you came with. I've checked all this. Everything is here. You can pretty much do a visual and see all the pieces that's here and get a gauge on if you're missing something or not. And everything is here. So that's important. And the bolts, there's a count here. Of course, they're there. This pack is unopened, so I'm assuming everything is there. There's lock washers, locking nuts. So yeah, they made this thing not to come apart. But everything is there. Everything is there. Also shows the parts list. Yeah, great job, Char-Griller. They did an amazing job with this. Impressive. So here we go. First steps, we got some E bolts and some B bolts. Now, mind you, this is number 20, and I'll show you guys in detail each step. There's 20, so we need 2 E bolts with some lock washers. As you see, it's 6, so you need 6B, 6E. So B and E on both. We need number 20 and number 17. Notice the angle, and we're gonna prop the grill around. This is our assembly base. We're gonna use the bottom of this box as our base because it does give us a little height, so the grill won't be on the ground. So we're just gonna rotate, and I'll show you guys what I do with the top to keep it from popping open. So I got our bolts out. You guys can see. 7/16. We get a ratchet wrench in case you want to do a standard. I just bought a Phillips and flathead screwdriver out here in the event we need it, and I also have a ratchet just in case you want to install it manually. This goes for the driver. Got some sockets here, so let's get started. So the first thing we need is number 20 and number 17. We're gonna prop this grill around. I'll show you guys all that right now. So let's get that top secure so it won't pop open on us. Okay guys, a couple things I want to note. I do have on safety glasses. If I'm working on anything, I'm wearing safety glasses. Anything. To secure this lid, a couple options. You can use some regular painter's tape. This is wide. I believe this is 2 inches wide, painter's tape. You want the width, kind of, that door is heavy, so you don't want to come up, so you can put quite a few strips of that. Or you can use this. This is really, really good to hold that door shut as we rotate the grill. This is found in the house wrap section. The house wrap, it goes on before the side, and I got this amazing violent tape or purple tape. This is some rather expensive tape. I'm using this. I'll be using this today. Another thing I want to note, when you're working, you want to be as comfortable as possible. You know, comfortable work pants, comfortable shoes. I bought these about 12 years ago. I had some new ones. I got a couple pair of new ones. I don't like them. They don't feel right on my knees. They don't feel right yet. They're not broken in. I bought these about 12 years ago. They're still amazing. And just went and pulled them out. Wanted to try the new ones, but these are great. So I'll be using these as I get down here and get grimy as I assemble this thing. But yeah, just want to note those things. So let's get started. Okay, we rotated it. This stuff is very sticky. This is some sticky. The tape was stuck to this. You can smell it. Quite sure it's the grease that's on this thing from when it ships from the factory. But yeah, serial number, model, date. I'll make sure that's screwed in well too. Some Phillips screws, so we'll check that because it looks loose afterwards. But egg wire holes here for the first set of legs, and then we'll rotate it down. So let's get these on. Let's get a little thread locker on each bolt. We're gonna show all of that. And remember, this is the first one. It's facing exactly how it is on the ground. The first one is number 20. Got some B's and E's. So let's assemble some B's and E's right now. I should do that right now. We just need 3 on each side. And let's cut some E's open. I will pick the windiest day there is to do this. So we're just gonna take it one leg at a time. Like so. Some small lock washers. Like so. So, gonna get this by me right now over here. Let me mount the camera and let me show you guys how we're gonna do this. Number 20, 21, 17, 18. Look at 17 and 18. You have the axle for the wheels. Very simple. These are like this. You can't screw these up. There's only 2 screws at the bottom, 1 at the top. And yeah, we just need 20. So let's take 20 and go about our business. So Doc. So you want to hand tighten the first one down. Hand tighten the first one down. It'll give you some stability with the leg. So hand tighten the first one all the way down. Make sure your holes are aligned. Just give you some stability with the leg so you don't have to hold the weight. So just hand tighten the first one and let's do the other ones. Just a dab of the Loctite, as you guys see, and we'll be good. For a quick installation, nothing on the back. For a quick installation, you can use the driver, or you don't got a driver, ratchet wrench. Takes a little bit more time, but hey, it's tight. Or you can use a ratchet. This ratchet is kind of unique. It also, I can just, once I go the right way, you can feel when it bottoms out. And we got this Loctite, so this thing is not going anywhere. So those are the three options. Me, I kind of like this best. This is what I grew up on, working on with ratchets. So let's assemble the next leg. The next leg is 17. So remember, the same setup. 3 B's and 3 E's. There they go. We already ready to go. So let's take them and let's go. Get started. Remember, hand tighten, make it easier. You work smarter, not harder. Also, remember, this leg can only go one way. 2 bolts up top, 1 down low. You won't mess this up. Char-Griller did an amazing job with this. You can't mess it up, so you don't have to worry about any angle for what goes where. Just follow the numbers. It lines up. Want to note that. Same process. Drop of this on each bolt. I got a rubber coming out, and I'm going to use the ratchet today. Okay, my tape seemed to pop loose, but the styrofoam has it won't go anywhere. But we're gonna rotate this over. Let's try the painter's tape. I know the red tape will hold, but I do want to note this has a film on it. It has a film from the factory. I don't know what kind of oil that's on it, but it's definitely a film, so any tape may be hard to hold, but this is as far as it was opening anyway. So let's straighten it out, and let's try some painter's tape and see how that holds up. But you can see it right here, what's on this grill. So yeah, that's it. As far as we popped open. So let's see what happens when I turn it. So the cheapest tape is holding. The cheapest tape is holding. The cheapest painter's tape. This stuff is a few, $5 or $6. That's holding. So that's it. Forget the expensive tape. That's kind of expensive too. So don't buy that. The cheapest tape gonna work. This stuff got a film on it, so the other tape wasn't doing much. But this is working. So we're good. Let's show you guys where we're at right now. The wind is crazy out here. The wind is blowing crazy. 21/18, the last 2 legs, obvious, right? And we know the axle goes with the other axle, so these are obvious in B and E. That's it. It's just all over the place. So B and E, just work on B and E on out. Same step on B and E 6 and 6. Same thing. Let's get all these set up. I'll bring them over to cut some video time back, and we're gonna be moving to the next step. So let's do this really quick, so you guys know now. Let me fast forward. Let me move real fast. Okay, we're done. We're done. I peeled this tape back too. This tape is holding real good. I peeled this back to get the leg on, so yeah, it's holding good. Next step, since it's upside down, it requires some E and C's, which is, so let me get these mixed up. Even if you got them mixed up, let me show you guys the difference. The B's are shorter than the C's. These look like ½ an inch. These look like 1 inch. So we'll need some C's and E's, washers and C's. So we need, for the bottom, we need 4. And 4 washers. So we just need 4. I'm not sure if it's gonna be some left over, but we only need 4 of these C's and 4 of these washers. So let me grab these right now. So we got a washer on every one, which is the C's, which is the E's. Washer on every one. And now let's get we need this guy. This bottom shelf. It's 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 holes, 4 holes. So there's no certain way. You got 1 hole here, threaded already, threaded. So we just lean this up here for right now. 1 hole here, 1 hole there. Super simple. I guess the hardest part will be getting something started. So we'll get one started up top to hold us in place. It lays in place. Look at this. Lined up. It just falls right in place and just stays here. So as you guys seen, I did have to. You want to get all of them just started. Don't tighten them in so you can have maneuverability. You want to be able to maneuver it before you tighten any one of them up. So keep all of them. Just get a couple threads started and keep them loose, like so. With this, back up, prop my knee here on the bottom of the shelf and pulled this. Well, I use my other hand just to get it started. I had to push in and pull this back towards me, this leg back towards me to get this one started. Other than that, with this one, just move forward a little bit, got it started. So now they're started. Let's tighten them down. We can use the ratchet as well, or the ratchet wrench, either one. Okay guys, before we go any further, I do want to note some extra options for tightening these bolts down. You can use a 7/16 standard wrench, Got a little play, and also you can use 11mm wrench or 11mm socket. Perfect. Let's move to the next step. Since this is tightened, the next step is,
guys, I'll be skipping step 4 because it's mounting the wheels, and I'll be installing the side box by myself, and I'll show you guys later why I'll skip step 4.
so the next step is the handle for the door, DNA thermometer, step 7, the side handle. So we're gonna just knock these out really quick. B and D. This doesn't require any washers, no C's, no E's, no washer, just B, which is all of these. This is B and D. These are locking nuts. You guys can see the grooves in the nuts. So let's make a slit here, slit them open. Could pull them out from the back, but I just want you guys to see the letters. I also want to know these are the same size handles, so even though one is for the charcoal box, it's still the same size as the handle for the, so make no mixing up. Remember B and D. We got our 2 D's, and here go our 2 B's. No E's required. So we got our B's and D's, thread locker. All right, that's tight. Perfect.
Guys, I'm also going to skip step 6, which entails the thermometer. I didn't want anything to happen to it, and it's the very last thing you can do. So I kind of did it towards the end. And yeah, we just went to the step after that, which is the handle, the side handle.
4 holes is already threaded, like so. And it's a thread locker. There's no specific way you can use it. Flip it, reverse it. Doesn't matter. I may use it this way because the wheels look a little bit cleaner. The wheels look a little bit cleaner on this side, so I may just put it this way. But no direction. It works in each direction. So requires 4 B's. So 4. Yeah. Let's pull 4 of these out here. Gonna get it started. Thread lock. Get one started. So we got these hand tightened. Hand tightened. But if you look, the holes are perfectly in line. socket from fitting on it, so I have to finish tightening this one down. Okay, this is done. Next step. This is done. Step 8. The chimney or the smokestack requires one bolt, one B. So let's snake a B out of here and tighten it up. And line it up perfectly with the hole. Next step, we'll be mounting the other handle onto the box, and this just slips in place. Side, that's already, I just removed that. So B and D again, so we need 2 B's. Let's take 2 more D's out of here. 2 D's as well. Okay, so we gotta, I believe this is a support for the charcoal box, but you guys can see this support, just 2 C's and E's, they're already ready, some thread locker, so this goes here. Like so. So we're gonna just hand tighten these for right now, because obviously this is a adjust. We're not sure where this bolt lines up with the box. We're gonna be able to adjust it in the event we're off, so we don't want to tighten these up yet. So we'll leave them. We'll leave it in the center and go from there. So don't tighten these yet. Let's just go to the next step. So the next step will be the side box. There's 7 B's, 6 D's. So we got to get one of them started. Since I'm by myself, I get one of them started. If this is still attached to your box, you want to remove it to take some of the weight off. We're going to clear that box out. Just remove that, just slide up off of it. Less weight as possible if you're by yourself. So we got 7 bolts here. The bottom is threaded, we know that, in that bracket, support bracket. These are, of course, we need 7 of these D's and some thread locker. And we're coming close to the end of this build. We have our 7 bolts, 6 lock nuts, and thread lock. That's all we need. and we're gonna position this box. Just want to get one started, so we're gonna open the grill up. I leave that open. That's a kind of heavy door. I mean, it's windy out here. I ain't gotta worry about the wind smashing down or smashing the door down on me. It's just kind of windy out here, but the building is blocking the wind from blowing like crazy in this area. But there's our backside for the nuts. You can see our bolts threaded real good for the legs. I don't need any visitors for the leaves, but okay, let's get the box empty first.
Guys, I have many car jacks, hydraulic jacks. I could have used a hydraulic jack with a few boards to get this thing to perfect height, but I'm just trying to go with things that I know that someone may have laying around that doesn't work on vehicles or doesn't have a hydraulic jack around. So I just got to crate a couple boards.
Okay guys, I'm making it work how I gotta make it work. So we got me some height for the box. Once you get one bolt started, the rest will be super easy. Just come through here and install them. I can just pull this up here now and line all the holes up and get the bottom one started. So let's finish this out. All right, they're all installed. So we're gonna tighten them up before I remove this, and then we're gonna tighten the bottom one up and then tighten these up since we got our position. But we're gonna draw these in. So I decided to go the lazy route on the last 3 bolts up top and use the impact, and just it's on one. You guys can see it's on one, and just use the impact, and look what happened. Man, just should have followed, just kept doing what I was doing. Sheared the bolt right off, and I just barely hit it. That's why I used the ratchet, because I can get a feel for how tight they are when I'm tightening. So I got to the last couple, and I want to use the impact since they was up there, and I thought it was just easy for me to get to. No, could have got the ratchet up there just as easy and did it the way I've been doing it. So I didn't have to show this, but hey, we all make mistakes. But yeah, I didn't use it the whole way for that reason. So good thing we got extra bolts and nuts for the event something like this happens. Shear right off. So back to the standard way, some thread lock, and do these last bolts. So I might use that again for the rest of the way. I only use it just that once. All right, like I said, I didn't have to show that, but hey, we all make mistakes. So tightening this one right now. Let's tighten these up. Now that that's mounted, we can install that last. So we need a CF, F. The door's right here. Let's actually mount that now. That's this guy. So goes like this, and we need the longer one. So we need a C, F, and another F on the back side, F on the front side, F on the back side, an E, and a D. So they got a lock washer and a locking nut on the back of this. You don't want to tighten this down too tight because this won't be able to open freely. So that's fine. The lock, the thread locker will hold that nut in place. The handle, that guy. We got a C, F, the same setup as this. Same setup. C, F. Oh no, we're missing no F. So I don't have the extra F on the back side. So just have a C, F, E, D. C, F, E, D. So this is a C. So the extra bolt that was in here is a C. We're missing the D because the bolt broke. Let me get that broken bolt and remove that D from off of there. We didn't have any extra, so it came down to the wires. So we need that final D. Got to nut off that broken bolt. All right, let's go to the next step. We're getting to the end of this, guys. And I'm running out of, my battery's getting low. So the next step will be the ashtray, which is here. That's the larger one, smaller one. You can see it sit on the shelf, like so. So the top ashtray, let's set that in right now. And then that metal piece right there, that's going in. It goes on this hook. So I'll show all that. Let's get this out. So it's sit on these shelves. Shelves. So we're gonna slide it to the far left and then install this guy. Just on the hooks, like so. We got some brackets, 4Bs. Oh man. That broken bolt may have cost us no extra bolts. So we got 4Bs to install, which is for these two brackets. So let's prep these up right now. I got one more C left. This was an extra bolt. So this is extra. Be a little long, but it's gonna work. Let's install these right now. So they go here like so. You want this facing on the outside and go like that on both sides. So you can't mess them up because this can't go this way. Otherwise you have to reverse it. So this is for the left side and the other's for the right. So we have to bolt through this, get some thread locker, and that's for the opposite side. So let's get some thread locker and mount these up. So I put the long screw at the bottom, as you guys can see. It fit perfectly down in there. It got a nice little space in here, so it's perfect. So let's tighten it down and go to the other side. All right, let's get to the next step, which is probably hanging this shelf, this adjustable shelf, which is right there. It is, but it entails A, which is here, the shorter version of I. Let's cut these open and get them installed. So here they go. We're also going to add some thread locker on these. So I'm gonna use this cheap adjustable wrench. Just trying to use the most standard tools as possible. Tighten it down. Okay, keep adjusting them, guys. You don't want these to be so tight, whereas you won't be able to lower this top shelf. So let's go to the next. So now I can put the wheels on now, guys. Let's go back and get the wheels on, since I skipped that step, since I wanted to put the box on by myself, since I was here by myself and I want it to be lowered. I just ease it up and get each wheel on right now. So let's do the wheels right now. This is all we need on the wheel. So let's take these over here now. It's gonna be pretty easy. Let's put one here, one there. And vice versa. So let's get the other side. So now that the grill is basically complete, I can install the thermometer without nothing happening to it. Super simple. This is one of the last steps. And then we'll add all the racks. Washer. Alright, now we ain't gotta worry about breaking that. Kind of, it's like adding the finishing touches to this. So let's raise the grill, raise the box, and let's add all the grates in and finish this up. All right, one last thing to do, guys. As the sun is beaming towards my way, one last thing to do is add the utensil holders, which is one of these. This is for to lift the racks out. Final step, which is those guys. So we're gonna put some thread lock on those guys, and that'll be it. All right, using an adjustable wrench and just snug them down, and they're not coming out ever. But I'm not gonna hang these right here. I'm just gonna set this inside of here for right now. There we go, guys. That's how the meat's gonna be looking on this thing. So the very next thing I'll be doing to this thing in a few weeks, a couple weeks or so, is seasoning it, and then I'll be ready for my first cook on this offset smoker. Been barbecuing for some time now. Okay at it. Just always use charcoal grill, and insert a little clip when I was barbecuing. I probably was about 19 years old in this clip.
And we're going to find the chef.
I know, I'm using tongs to flip these wings, but that's all we had. We didn't have any utensils, we didn't have anything at the party.
Yeah, I was barbecuing on a charcoal grill, making me some wings, so kind of been barbecuing for a while. But here we go. So let's get a nice view around this thing and close this video out. So here's some of my utensils I've had to the side, and some of my old stuff. I threw a lot of stuff away, so I'm ready. I just set it on the grill. Let's get an aerial view of the grill and close this video out.